Hello, Ramadan Kareem. Welcome to my weekly broadcast. My name is Dr. Neil Hopkin and I'm the Executive Principal here at Fortes Education. This week we're going to talk about another theme which is very much at the heart of the holy month of Ramadan, which is humility. And humility is something which I think is a very strange and sometimes difficult concept for children to understand. To understand what it is to be humble, as opposed to what it is to be shy or perhaps meek, is quite difficult for a child to understand because very often it can look like the same kind of thing. You may have heard of that saying that pride comes before a fall. And often I think that that is a good way of helping children to understand what humility is. Here's an award I got that I was very proud about many years ago, about 1,000 years ago, when I was a principal back in the UK. And this was awarded by the government because I was designated as a national leader of education. And I would advise the Secretary of State and many other schools about how to make their schools even better. I felt great, proud even. But at around about the same time, the government decided it would have a new layer of super principal that it would call executive principals, and they hadn't existed in the UK before. And one of my friends became an executive principal. And I found that I was overcome by jealousy. And I felt as though previously I'd been top dog and now I'd moved down to number 2. And so I decided that I would seek out a place to become an executive principal. But when I got there, I discovered that actually it was no different from where I'd been before, of course, and I'd made it much bigger. And perhaps actually, maybe I'd even enjoyed the previous school a little bit more. I'd let my pride come in the way of what I wanted to do with my career ambitions. Well, here I am 20 years later, executive principal again, and I have to say that I'm really enjoying it and really enjoying the role this time round. But I've remembered in the intervening 20 years about how important it is to stay humble. Leadership, I think, is about living in the service of others, making sure that what you do is something that helps others to be their very best. So in a way, it's almost like an inverted pyramid, an upside down pyramid, that actually those that are at the top seek to move all the way to the bottom and have the whole weight of the rest of the pyramid resting on their shoulders. And so I like to think that I approach my leadership role now, in my maturity, with a certain amount of sense of selflessness and wanting to serve and to give to others, rather than wanting to be the hero leader that I might have wanted to be when I was in my 30s. So really humility is something that I think takes a lot of thought and consideration and reflection, which of course makes it a perfect thing for us to turn to during the holy month of Ramadan, and maybe a wonderful thing for you to reflect on your journey through life with your children, so that they can also grapple with this complex character strength of being humble and exhibiting all the traits of humility. So I hope you enjoy your dinner time conversations this week, and I'll see you next week.